Hey y'all, welcome to Fro Flo, a makeover series where we're transforming the way naturals see their hair and themselves. I'm Aisha Strickland, a licensed stylist and curl educator, and every other week I'm going to be meeting here in the salon with a natural who's feeling stuck, whether it's with their routine, their results, or their relationship with their hair. This isn't about styling a cute wash and go, although we're going to do that too. It's about helping everyday naturals unlearn what's not working, simplify their routine, shift their mindset so they can finally show up in the world with confidence, ease, and a little bit of curl magic. So buckle up. We're talking hair, life, and everything in between, and giving our guests a fresh set and a fresh perspective. Welcome to Fro Flo. Hey y'all, welcome to Fro Flo. Today we have Nicole with us. Welcome, Nicole.
Hi.
So, Nicole, tell me, like, what your natural hair story is.
So I went natural probably right around the pandemic. I used to wear a really short, relaxed pixie cut, and
Oh,
I
you're a
have,
pandemic. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you
yeah,
off. You're a
no,
pandemic
I
natural.
am,
I've heard about
yes.
you ladies out here that found yourself without relaxer during a dark time.
Yes, it was. It was a very dark time. And, a lot of us went to Google University. So it's kind of nice to be able to spend some time with a professional and figure out the right things to do for my hair.
So you went natural on your own. You just stopped relaxing.
Yes.
You didn't cut anything out. You just kind of let it grow out.
So my hair was already short. I had one of the like little Halle Berry pixie cuts with the spikes. So I cut my hair on my own in my bathroom one night after I let it grow for a little bit. So I did have a TWA, and 4 or 5 years later, this is where I am. So yeah.
So how long did you let it grow before you cut it?
I let it grow probably maybe 3 months.
Okay.
So I had about 3 months of new growth, and then, like I said, one night, 8 o'clock, I was just like, okay, it's time to do this. Kind of let it go. So that's how I did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so from there on, you just kind of did what?
I tried a little bit of this. I tried a little bit of that. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I watched, anything I could find on Google. I'm done with my product junkie phase.
Okay, so you went through that phase.
Yeah, I went through
already.
that phase where it's like, oh, the new this, the new that. I gotta try this, I gotta try that. And then finally, like, the TWA kind of grew. I was able to put some twist in. I did like little braid outs, just trying to get an idea of like what worked best for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at no point did you think like maybe I should go to a hair salon?
I did, but it was kind of like I wanted to try it on my own to see what I could do.
Okay.
And I think after years and years and years of being in a hair salon and spending so much time on my Saturdays because I work Monday through Friday, I didn't want to spend another like 5-6 hours in a salon. So I was like, let me just try this on my own, see what I can do.
You know what? That is definitely a interesting perspective that I never really considered in terms of when people are like, for like, especially those of you who were like salon girlies. Like, yeah, I was at the salon religiously. It was just like, then you went from not being at the salon regularly and then realizing like, that's not how I want to spend my Saturday, or that's not how I want to spend my evening. So I'm just going to like go at it on my own.
Yeah.
And so how's that been going for you? I mean, and I say that when we say this, I say it like Michael Jackson. I say that with LOV love.
Okay. You know what? There's been a lot of trials and error. Like I said, I'm past my product junkie phase, trying to find out the right things. But I know that I need to talk to a professional. And that's what has led me here to, spend some time with you today and just make sure I'm doing the right things, because I'm not a professional. I got my degree from YouTube. And we all know.
I'm not listening. I'm listening and I am not judging. I just want to be clear about that. Do you feel like you have gotten to a place with your hair where you got it all figured out? Or like where are you today, May 2025?
That's a good question, Aisha. No, I don't have it all figured out. Every once in a while I think I have it figured out, but I'm always curious of wanting to take it to the next step. It's like, okay, it's cute on day 1 or day 2, but can I get that cuteness day 3 or day 4? How do I go about doing that? Is it the right products? Is it the right technique? Like where are my gaps? That's what I'm trying to also figure out. But like yourself, for me, I mainly want healthy hair. Okay. So that's my goal.
Okay, so you got day 1 down, you got day 2 down, but day 3 and on, it's like it ain't happening for you.
Right. Right.
Okay. So how do you wear your hair majority of the time in terms of like what style?
I'm a twist out girl.
Okay.
By hereditary, my hair is pretty fine. Okay. So the twist out gives me the look that I want. Okay. However, I have to kind of fill in the gaps a little bit. Okay. And it was really funny. I saw this one girl. She's like, the back of my hair is none of my business. And sometimes I take that approach. So it's like my hair to this point will look really good, but I have no idea what the back looks like. Or if I do look at it, I'm like, that's none of my business. So that's usually how I wear my hair, usually in a twist out. I'll try to do a middle part. Every once in a while, I'll do a side part just to kind of move it around a little bit, just to make sure that I'm not getting any traction alopecia or anything like that. Yeah. So I'm a twist out girly. And usually the ends, I have to put a little perm rod, and that might be where some of my frizz is coming in. Okay. But, yeah. Okay. Good. Okay, so you're a twist out girl. Have you? So that's your style of choice. You prefer to do a twist out? I would say yes. I prefer to do a twist out, but I'm open to other things like a wash and go. Okay. I haven't tried a wash and go since I had like a little teeny weeny afro. Okay. And I felt like I looked like a little boy. I probably didn't, but in my mind, I was like, okay. So the minute that I was able to kind of grab some hair and twist it, and get like, I'm in. I was like, I'm all in. I'm in. Yeah, we go together real bad.
Listen, totally understood, because I also started out as a twist out girl as well. So the reason I did twist outs because I knew how to do them. Like I've been doing flat twists since the 99 2000. Okay. Like before they got hot, I was already on them. I was doing them when I was relaxed. Okay. So it was an easy transition for me. Mm-hmm. And the idea of a wash and go was new. Like, right. I didn't, I watched a lot of videos, probably like you. Was like, oh, okay. So they're putting on a cream. They're putting on a gel. Yeah. Cool. I'm going to do that. Yes. Also, that's not what I wanted. That part. When the results came, I'm like, no, I don't want this. Yeah. But the wash and go is just a set, just like the twist out. It's a wet set. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're taking the hair from wet to dry. We are basically setting the natural curls. So the curls that you see when you shampoo, the curls that you see when you condition, those are the curls that we are styling for the wash and go. Okay. So what do you think about because you've seen those curls, right? Yes. What do you think about those curls?
I love them. I love them. It was just, they're probably a little smaller than what I get with the twist out. And like I said, because of having the teeny weeny afro for a while, it was like, ooh, I want a little bit bigger curl. And the twist out helped me achieve that. Got it. But like I said, I haven't tried it in years now. Okay. So.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm open to do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. I think a lot of people think I'm like a wash and go Nazi, and I am not. Okay. I am not. I definitely would love to do whatever is going to make you feel and look your best. So whatever it is how you want to style, that is totally your option. So which style would you like to do today? Because it is your Bobbi Brown. It is your prerogative. What do you want to do today?
I think I'm leaning more toward a twist out. I'm also going to kind of put it in your hands as the subject matter expert. You're the expertise, so I'm going to trust you to take me along on this journey.
No. The journey is yours. Okay. So I want people to know, like, I don't like people come in and be like, what do you think I should do? I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, how do you, I'm really more so like, what works with your lifestyle? Mm-hmm. How do you want to look and show up in the world? Like, those are like the two most important things to me for anybody. So it really depends on, again, like what works for your lifestyle. So I don't want to take away from any of that. Like, if you want to do a twist out, we can most certainly do a twist out. If you want to do a wash and go because you're like, I haven't done it. I really I'm curious. Mm-hmm. I don't mind playing. Like I said, I have products for either one. Okay. And if you wanted to be like, I want to blow dry, I got products for that too. So like, I'm ready for whatever. Okay. Okay. So what are we going to do?
I'm gonna stick with my twist
That's
out.
totally fine. That is totally fine.
Okay.
So when you do your twist outs, do you do 2-strand twist or flat twist?
So I usually do a flat twist.
Yes.
In the front.
Okay.
My problem area is in the back.
And what's the problem with the back?
One, I can't really see too well.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if I'm grabbing too much hair or not enough hair. Okay. Again, I think maybe the haircut may be essential in that too.
Oh, for sure.
So like I said, I always say, the back of my hair is nobody's business. That's not my business. It's somebody else's business, which is not true. But
it's not though.
Yeah.
I actually agree. I'm like, whatever people see in the back, that's on them. Me, right. As for me in the front.
Yes. Because like I work from home, so I do a lot of Zoom calls, Teams meetings. So if I have this forward fine, I feel like, I'm good. Okay. Because I'm at home. So. Okay. So because you're doing twists, I'm going to actually cut your hair first. Okay. And that's because once I twist it, I cannot really cut it. Gotcha. Or I could cut it, but then that's going to create more frizz. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to get you a cape and we're going to get to cutting. All right. Let's go. So I just asked Nicole, in terms of haircuts, were there any like haircuts that she had in mind? I know a lot of you be like, oh, I need a shape. And haircutting is shaping. It's shaping. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of the styles that I've saved in my phone, they might be more of a wash and go versus a twist out. But here's the thing, like when it comes to haircuts, there are 3 haircuts technically. Okay. 3 lengths. They're short, medium, and long. Got it. Just that simple. It's a pixie / taper. Okay. A bob. Okay. And longer lengths. That's what people are doing. They're not doing that. Oh, maybe a lob. Okay. But that's a mix of long and bob. Okay. But those are their haircuts. And in terms of techniques, now there are multiple techniques for cutting, like over direction, under direction, 30, 45, like those, that's all hairstylists like lingo. Okay. But in terms of, a haircut, it's short, short, medium, long. Okay. I consider anything long that hits the shoulders. Okay. If it hits the shoulders and beyond, I consider that to be long hair. Now, the people who have moved the goalposts, and I think a lot of that goalpost moving is because of weave and wigs. In real life, if you grew up in the 90s, if you had shoulder length hair, your hair was long. Period. Right. Period. That ain't changed. Okay. To me. And I say that from an era where majority of people wore their real hair. And I'm not being at all facetious about that at all. I'm just saying like that was were the parameters. And I still believe them to be. Okay. Of course, most of these styles that I have are a little bit longer than what I have now. Okay. But like even just something similar to that. Okay. So what do you say? You said you like about this? I like the definition and the fact that it's moving. She's able to move it without. It doesn't appear like she's creating frizz right now. Who knows what's happening later? But I think that she's just taking it down there. So I kind of like that look. So that movement is a combination of her length and the size of her strand. She has coarse strands. They're very heavy strands. Okay. So that's why her hair moves like that. Okay. Then I saw this one this morning, and I'm like, But who knows? But I don't know if I can pull that off. So what do you like about this? I love the volume that she has. You like the lift? I like the lift. Yeah. My hair is not as long as hers, but I love it's kind of like it's messy, but it's not messy. If you know what I'm saying? Like I love the fact that if she goes out outside and the wind blows, her style is still there. You can just see the curls and the definition that's there. But I really love that volume too. Okay. So this could be something, instead of it being like this isn't definitely not something like today. Right. But you can look at this as goals. Yes. Yes, for sure. You haven't had a haircut since you cut your hair off in the pandemic. I had one haircut. Okay. You did it or you got it done professionally? I got it done professionally. Okay. That was probably back in maybe November.
Okay.
So
November being that's
like 2024.
Okay. So we're now in the 5th month. So basically 7 months ago.
Yes.
Which means in 7 months you would have had 2 haircuts.
I should
if you're
have.
being regular.
Yes.
I typically suggest my clients to come every 12 weeks.
Okay.
Just to keep things maintenance, keep things, together and on track.
Because I think for the most part, I can kind of tell when I probably do need a haircut because the ends of my twist outs are looking a little stringy.
That's a great indicator for the twist out girlies.
And that's when I go to my YouTube university degree and say, okay, I can cut off a little half-inch here. But again, the back, I can't see it.
Can I? So when you cut it yourself, how do you cut it? I'm curious. I'm listening and I'm not judging, by the way.
Yes. With the prayer.
Not with prayer.
With prayer. So I do have some cutting shears. I'm not using the kitchen scissors. I have scissors.
I got class.
Right, just a little bit.
I got class, y'all. I do have real shears.
I do have real shears that I purchased that I only use for my hair. And then if, a friend or my mom is around, I'm like, can you take a look at my hair in the back? What does it look like? So again, another YouTube graduate of
Okay, you make sure that you validate your people through YouTube. Understood?
Yes.
Okay.
So, that's an area of improvement for me. Just letting our audience know, I need to get better.
That is how you validate the credentials of the people who, fiddle in your hair.
Yes.
Not fiddle. I don't want to make it seem like I don't respect their authority and their skill sets. But when you allow people, an opportunity to work with your hair, you qualify them through YouTube.
Yes.
Understood.
If their degree is equal to my YouTube cutting degree, well, I'm like, okay, it'll work.
Okay, it'll work. Okay.
And because I'm not afraid of short hair, because I've worn my hair short since 1994. Again, that Halle Berry, I went from the Halle Berry bowl cut to the spiky look. I'm not afraid of short hair, and I'm not afraid of a haircut.
Understood.
So, and Aisha, I will say it was hard to not come in here with my day one hair because I wanted to show you what I could do. I wanted to do it last night and say, see, I look how good my curls look. And I was like, that's not realistic. Let's talk.
First of all, your hair looked great when you came here.
Oh, thank you.
You look great.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, I was like, okay, she got, she's figured out some things. They're working for her. But there's always room for tweaking.
Yes.
And that's how I think of it. So I'm not like going around like, oh, she do her own hair herself. Oh God, I could tell. No. I mean, it starts at home a lot of times for a lot of people. Like it starts with what they do for themselves. And then, then people start to seek out like, okay, like I gotten this far, but I really would like to do X, Y, and Z. Well, at that point, yeah, you need to seek out some professionals for some stuff because you on your own with the knowledge that you currently have can only get as far as you can get. And, this isn't your profession. So of course you wouldn't know like, oh, you could do X, Y, and Z and give me some similar look and we didn't have to do, whatever.
Right. And the thing is like, I respect your craft enough to know I can't do at home what you can do here.
Neither can I. I cannot either. I come to the salon just like a lot of you because there are just certain things I cannot do on my own as well. I mean, I could do something decent, but it'd be better if somebody else did it a lot of times.
Right. And also one of my long-term goals is to get some color, but I need to know and get my hair to a point where it's strong enough to make sure it's healthy enough where it can take some color, similar to yours. I love that color on you. That's one of my hair goals too. Again, maybe it doesn't happen in 2025. Maybe it happens in 2026. I don't know, but I want to be able to crawl before I walk. And again, that's the reason I'm here with the expert.
And like clean it up, trim it.
Yeah, she did like I had a blowout actually.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see, if I had a little length going on, and she just kind of clipped the ends just a little bit.
Okay.
And I have blown my hair out at home myself.
Okay.
So just, full transparency.
It's all good. It's your hair. I am not the boss of it. You can do whatever you want to with it, but when you're at your house.
Right.
Trust me, I'm not judging you the least bit. I know some hairstylists seem very territorial and very much like do as I say.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that at one point I was kind of like that. Growth is, life happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that deep. Another hairstylist friend said to me, she said, I think there was a time when a lot of us were just a little too rigid.
Okay.
And I could actually resonate with the being rigid.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you are absolutely right that I probably, not even probably, there was a bit of rigidness.
Okay.
These days, I'm just like, oh, try it and see what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only way, a lot of you will learn things about your own hair is to try things. Mm-hmm. See if you like it. And if you don't, guess what? Try something else. Mm-hmm. There's still a little bit of trial and error. It just looks different at this stage. Trial and error looks different when you have more knowledge. So what we have been able to do over the years is that we created a course. Mm-hmm. And in the course, it teaches you about like the things I was talking about earlier, which was like your density and the size of your strands, because that helps you to understand like what's going on when you style your hair.
Okay.
And then breaking down the different categories of products, because most people don't know that there are literally 3 different categories of shampoo. There's shampoo, but there's clarifying shampoo. There's all-purpose shampoo, and then there's moisture poo.
Okay.
The average person doesn't know that because a lot of the products that are in the store just label shampoo.
Right.
So you buy a shampoo, you're like, oh my God, this shampoo was terrible. And it's not the shampoo is terrible. The shampoo wasn't for your hair. But how do you know that if all it says is shampoo?
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and get started with your shampoo. Okay, we're waiting for the water to warm up a bit here. So you mind telling me what shampoo and conditioner you currently use? I'm curious.
Sure. So I've been using, actually this past week, I added Amika to my little regimen. But before then, I have been using either Camille Rose or Uncle Funky's Daughter. Because the moisturizing cleanser, I've been using that. And then for the conditioner, kind of along the same lines, I kind of try to stay with the line. If I'm doing an Amika shampoo, I do an Amika conditioner, or the same thing with Uncle Funky's Daughter.
Okay.
And like I said, every once in a while, throwing in the nioxin to try to get, the area in the top of my hair that seems to be a little finer, a little thinner. So that's what I've been using.
How did you go about choosing those products? Like, what inspired you to purchase Amika, for instance? I'm curious.
I just think, honestly, it's kind of like the latest trend.
So you trend where? Where did you see it?
I saw it on Instagram and also TikTok.
Okay.
I love social media. I'm one of those girls. So I've been seeing the different Amika specials and bundles that they've had on TikTok Shop. So I'm like, let me try it. And I've also seen a couple of curl specialists that have been speaking very highly of Amika. So it's kind of like, I'm trying to get away from the product junkie part, but every once in a while she creeps back in and says,
of course,
try this new thing.
Of course. Okay, your hair is doing kind of what I was expecting it to do.
Okay.
In terms of how it curls. Which makes me believe that your twist out almost looks like the curls that your hair naturally forms.
Okay.
Because hold up that mirror. This looks like the twist out curls.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
These are the same curls we can get with a wash and go.
Okay.
The exact curls. What it looks like in here.
Mm-hmm.
These are the curls that we are capturing when we do a wash and go.
Okay. Love it. I love my curls. I do.
So this, so these okay. So um y'all be so funny, like, oh, I do this twist out. I like the curls
Right.
better on the twist out than I like them on the wash and go. And I'm like, them the
Same
same
curls.
curls. What I will say in terms of the wash and go, so twist outs can be more predictable than wash and go sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I've known people to do twist outs because they're like, okay, I just need something more predictable for like I'm going on a job interview or something like that.
Okay.
But the funny thing about it is like some people will do a wash and go, or sorry, do a twist out, and the wash and go looks exactly like the twist out.
Mm.
Some people have curls that look like twist outs.
Gotcha. But you made a good point when you said the predictability, and I think that is one reason I lean toward twist outs because I feel like I do have an idea what it's going to look like.
You have mastered twist outs, and you know that inside and out for the most part. You just haven't learned how to style the wash and go in a way that gives you multiple days. I know people that get 7 and sometimes 10 days out of a wash and go.
Okay.
Now twist out, I don't know nobody that get, well, the girls are doing like gels and stuff. I'm not really a gel for my twist out kind of girl. I'm a foam girl. My twist outs last about 7 days, but also it turns into a fro by day 7.
Okay.
And that's expected. Every day it gets more fluffy, and every day it loses definition. But that's every hairstyle.
Okay.
It's less fresh than the first day.
So does the time of the year or kind of like the atmosphere, will that determine, like maybe if I need a gel and a foam or
results?
Results. Okay.
It comes down to results. And what do you have time for?
Got it.
Every single product combination is going to yield a different result. What I just did was a clarifying shampoo. What I want you to do is touch your hair and see how it feels.
It feels clean. Like there's no buildup, there's nothing there, but it just water.
Okay.
Feels good.
It feels good. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use this spray. It's a peptide spray. Nothing for you to worry about for home use. Also, for those of you at home that are watching, this K-Team peptide spray. Don't worry about this, friends. You don't want to buy this. It's too expensive for this bottle. Also, once you open the bottle, you have 12 months to use it. It's going to take you longer than 12 months to use it on one person. I probably will take me this bottle, based on how I work currently, will take me somewhere between 4 to 6 months to finish this bottle. So just so you know, you don't want to buy this.
Save your money.
Save your money. There are other ways. And the reason why I'm using this is because we live in the Chicagoland area. We are exposed to hard water, and this helps to remove the hard water minerals from the hair.
I'm loving these curls.
Don't they look like your twist out ones?
They do. I didn't think I could get that. I'm loving it.
It's like you're making curls. And granted, some of us have to make the curls look a certain way, but your hair actually curls up like the twist out.
Yep, loving the curls. They look good. It's amazing what a good shampoo can do, right?
Okay. Start there.
Right.
Start with a good shampoo.
And it's nice to come in and talk to somebody to dispel some of the myths. I remember a few years ago, one young lady, I guess she was an influencer. She was like, well, shampoo and conditioner don't really matter. I'm like, oh, I don't think that's right. Like, it has to matter because that's your foundation.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't know, I'm not going to go with that one.
And that's the thing, too, about information. You can decide that that's not for you.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Maybe this information is not for you either, but you can also take what you want from it and, adapt it to your life however it works for you. So what I want you to do is touch your hair, see what it feels like.
It feels soft. It feels wavy.
Okay.
It feels clean. It still feels clean. It doesn't feel like it's weighed down in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we have cleansed your hair, and we are done with cleansing. So we're moving on to conditioner. Now, this first conditioner I'm using is like a treatment conditioner. You haven't been to the salon in 7 months. We just, gonna go with all the TLC today.
Yay.
He's gonna go. Oh, don't worry about this conditioner. It's a professional one.
Okay.
You cannot buy this anywhere.
All right.
It's one of my secret. It's like the mild sauce. You don't know what the ingredients are. You just get it put on your fries.
Right.
That is for those of you in Chicago. If you're not from Chicago, there is a mild sauce that we put on our fries and on our chicken and sometimes on our barbecue.
Yeah.
Pizza puffs, gyro cheeseburgers.
Y'all don't know about this. Y'all not from Chicago.
But it's a sauce. We have no idea. Nobody knows where it came from.
No.
Who made it? What's in it?
It's just there, and we get our wings fried hard. But put that mild sauce on
not
it.
The wings fried hard. You're right, though. I want my wings fried hard. Salt, pepper, mild.
Mild sauce. It might even get some mild sauce on the side.
Not extra on the side.
On the side. I'll pay the 75 cents.
Not the 75 cents. But I hear you. I heard.
Yes.
So now I did top it with what is known as a rinse out conditioner, just because it's just what you needed today.
Okay.
Again, it's just where your hair is at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Will your hair always be here? Absolutely not. It's just here today.
Okay. So we're gonna stay in the moment until it's not.
Hey, we're gonna do what we gotta do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clip it up, and then I'm gonna have you sit up, and we're gonna detangle.
Okay.
So we've cleansed, we've conditioned. Well, we've cleansed and we conditioned. Meaning we put the conditioner on the hair, and now we're going to detangle. Detangling always happens when the hair is doused in some good conditioner. All right. I have to stress good conditioner because not all these conditioners are that great. So we're gonna go through and detangle your hair, starting at the ends, getting to the roots.
Okay.
Get it in there, making sure everything is smoothed out, and making sure we do all sides of a section. So I can kind of see one of the things that you probably don't love about your natural curls is that they shrink a lot.
Yes.
This is true.
Yes.
I can see that.
Especially in the back. The back is just... But it is what it is, right?
But yeah, it's going to be the wash and go shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the natural curls.
Yep.
Could you stretch the curls? You can. Some people do.
Okay.
Stretching, though, could lead to a little bit of flatness.
Mm-hmm.
It could also mean decreased longevity. But everybody chooses what their particular poison is.
Gotcha.
And a lot of it, while I'm telling you these things, that may not be your experience. And I always say, like, when it comes to natural hair, as much as there's so many people detailing their experience with their hair,
mm-hmm.
you won't know until you have your own experience.
True.
So I don't try to well, it can do this. I'm like, just see. Let's just use it. See what happened, mm-hmm. And then you can say, nope, hated it. I'm going right on back to where I was. Twisting it out, friend. That was nice. That was cute what you did, but no, thank you. I'm not about that life.
Doesn't appear to be too tangled. Like it's brush seems to be gliding.
It's a very good conditioner.
Okay.
I can't even say the brush.
Ah, okay.
It's the conditioner.
Got it.
Hands down. I can't even. The brush is it's just a tool. This conditioner is bomb. Because you'll see once I rinse it off, what does your hair feel like? Okay. Yeah, all smoothed out. Feels so good.
Feels good.
If you like to touch it here, you can. If you want to run your fingers through it just to see what it feels like.
Mm-hmm. It does feel good. It feels soft.
Mm-hmm. Very pliable. You came to the natural fold at a great time. I mean, right now, this is probably one of the best times to be natural. There are so many products, really good products. And if you use them properly, you can have some really great experiences with them if you know how to use them or if you're using things properly. Okay, so I'm going to clip this up and then I'm going to turn you back to the bowl.
Okay.
And we are going to rinse out. So we're going to rinse this completely out. Not leaving an ounce of it behind. You know, I feel like I'm getting caught or anything when I'm like running my fingers through. Just going right through with ease. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to touch your hair, see what it feels like.
It feels like silk. It feels like wavy silk.
Okay, silk.
Yes. And it smells good too.
We are going to go into our styling. So when it comes to styling, I like to start the styling with, well, I use Curly Magic. Now, the interesting thing about Curly Magic is that it says it's a curl stimulator. That's what that's the category of product that they say it is. This is technically, and amongst many of my peers, it's a leave-in.
Okay.
Leave-in comes in 3 forms.
Okay.
A gel leave-in. You have spray leave-in. This is Amika's Hydro Rush.
Okay.
And then you have your, hold on, your creams.
Okay.
So you have a cream, you have a spray, and you have this gel. They're all leave-ins. Leave-ins do nothing but prime the hair for whatever style you're about to do.
Okay.
That's what they do. It's just a primer. It's just a primer. So when we're doing wash and goes, we're priming the hair to take in moisture.
Okay.
Take in more water. And the way that it takes in more water, we start with a gel like a Curly Magic that has an aloe base. It's an aloe base gel. Aloe is a humectant. Okay. Humectants love water. Gotcha. It attracts water to the hair. Okay. And so we don't use a lot of this because when we use leave-in conditioners, we use leave-ins, spray, cream, gels, we're very conservative and not super liberal. Okay. So we don't use a lot of this. We're not looking for the hair to be drenched and saturated in it. It's a leave-in. It's a leave-in. Okay. You still have your mirror? I do. Okay. That was 2 pumps that I just applied everywhere on your hair. Now, what I like to do is to see if I still have gel in my hand, basically rubbing my hands together to see how slippery they are. They're still fairly slippery, which means I still have product on my hand. Okay. So then I'm going to go in and make sure there's product from root to end. Okay. I don't need to go back and get more because I have plenty of gel on my hand. Okay. It's probably for you, 2 pumps is more. That's all we needed. You don't need a lot of gel. We just need what we need. So what I want you to do is feel your hair, see what it feels like before I move on.
It's still feeling really light. It doesn't feel like weighed down in any way. Okay. Still feels like silk.
Perfect. So the next gel, grab some iCree Hold. It's like 1 pump out of a liter bottle. Now what this does is, it also has some humectant properties to it. Also has anti-humectant properties to it. It also gives the hair some weight. It helps with those areas that are kind of frizzy, like over here, that don't really like group up with the rest of the hair. See how I kind of got that hair together over there a little bit? Just get a little bit more. And that's I usually add extra of this product to the areas that are the most frizzy. Okay. The areas I know that like don't hold up very well. The areas that frizz first is where I add just a little extra. Okay, you see that? Because now it's what does it look like to you now?
It's looking like those twist out curls.
I'm using Eco Slate Jello Shot. Okay. Well, and the reason why I'm using this last gel is that it's going to give the hair a baby bit of lift so it won't dry super flat. Okay. It'll add a little sheen, nice movement,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps with drying time actually.
Okay.
So that's the reason why this is the third and final.
And it too smells good.
And it too smells good. What are the curls looking like to you now?
They're looking like those Switzerland curls.
That's always so funny to me. You're like, wait a minute.
Right.
You didn't tell me you had some gel and it was gonna look like my twist out with the phone?
Right. It's like, wait.
Wow. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because we have here, keep in mind, so we have enough water, we have enough product, and at this point, everything I did here in this bowl, you could just do it in a shower.
Okay.
Like add the product, and then you could, after you add the product, clip your hair up, right?
Okay.
These plastic baggies, we was using these, okay? Hardcore.
Big time.
Big time. I don't, where are your plastic bags? So we're going to take this plastic bag and we're going to put it over your hair. You put all your product on while you're in the shower.
Okay.
And then put a plastic baggie over your hair and get out of the shower or finish washing your body, whatever you do with your life. Put on some clothes. Go eat a sandwich.
Okay.
Go eat a sandwich. Go eat a sandwich. Do whatever it is that you do with your life.
Okay.
The bag is going to hold on to the moisture.
Okay.
Keep the product wet. And when you're ready, if that is 15 minutes from now, 30 minutes from now, an hour from now, take that bag off and finish styling your hair.
Okay.
So we talked about, like, you know, we could take our little break and then we take our little plastic cap off. Our hair is still wet. And then if there's some little juices in here, sometimes there are, I will dump them back on my hair. I mean,
nothing goes to waste.
I mean, it's not necessary, but you know, that's what I just feel like doing. Okay.
Look at this. Look at this. Okay.
Isn't that wild?
Yes.
We have all the water, we have all the products in the hair. And so what we want to go from here is just setting the curls. And setting the curls just is going through the hair by section to set them. We start back here and we do vertical sections.
Okay.
And so I'm using the brush to help smooth the area, and then I go behind it with my fingers. The reason why I go behind it with my fingers is because the brush will create a different curl. And not that that's horrible or anything. I just like to start with the natural curls first.
Okay.
Because I just want you to know, like, you don't have to do anything extra. You can keep it real simple. And on days that you feel like you want to, you feel like you want to just be extra, you can, if you got time. But I don't want you to hold yourself to, like, I know some people who are, and they don't mind, but I know some people who like finger coil their hair every single time. And it takes them, quite a bit of time to do it. But they've committed to that, and that's totally fine. But I want you to know, like, it's an option. If you feel like doing it, do it. If you don't.
Okay.
If you prefer, do what you prefer. But I like to start from ground zero first before we, like, add on all this other extra stuff. The other thing about your curls is that not all of them are the same shape.
Okay.
They don't form the same way. So you might have some loose curls living next to some tight curls living next to some loose curls, which means that there could be areas where your hair is short, then long then short, because the curls have different hang.
Okay.
They're not all the same. I mean, your eyebrows aren't the same.
No, they're what? They said they're cousins or sisters?
Sisters.
Yeah, they're not twins.
They're not twins, and even twins don't. We see Tia and Tamara, they're not the same.
No, they're not.
What do you think is so far?
I love it. I love the hang that I'm seeing. I love the curl definition. I'm enjoying the journey. And it just goes to show that I have a lot to learn when it comes to a wash and go, because this is not something that I knew about, just to go in and then follow it with the fingers. I just thought it was like, okay, put the product on and then let it be what it's going to be. So. Oh,
no. I noticed that you were wearing a middle part. Is that something that you would want for this? No part? Side part?
Let's go with side part.
Okay. Which side are we leaning towards?
The left side.
So the part on the left side.
I like to have the variation, and like you said, the options. So I do like the volume. I like big hair too. I think for so long with me having that pixie cut, like I had some height. So
okay,
kind of loving to still bring that into this natural transition too. I love the height.
got it. Okay, is the part here fine?
That's fine. It's probably edged in there for. Don't tell anybody.
Do you want your hair coming towards your face or just off to the side?
Let's have it coming toward the face a little bit. I like the fact that it doesn't feel heavy. Like, I think
okay,
maybe something that I had done in the past with the teeny weeny afro days back in 2020.
Okay,
I may have been using too much product.
got it.
Because to see the amount of product that you use for this length of hair,
you probably also use like a cream and a gel.
Yes.
Because it was all about LOCing, LCOing. It was like all about using
butters and creams. And then I did kind of come across, your curls, and it's like, this is what you should be doing. So I did let go of like the butters and things like that. It's like, okay, my hair was probably being too weighed down. And then I was starting to get some flakes. And definitely did not want that. I wear a lot of black.
Okay.
And that's the last thing you want on wearing black is to have those flakes. So.
Right. Okay, so that is off to the side. What do we think about this?
I like it.
Now, because it is so flat, here, tilt your head over gently.
Okay.
A little bit more. Now, what you're going to do right there is that you're going to shake your head.
Side to side or up and down?
Like shake it kind of like that.
Okay.
And you can shake it like that and it's not going to frizz.
Okay.
What this is going to do is it's going to loosen up your hair. It's going to make it less flat. Give you a little bit of separation.
Okay.
And then you come up to your seated position, your regular position. Is there anything out of place? Like it to be in a different place?
No. I think we're in a good spot.
Fix that. I'm going to put you under your dryer, but I'm literally only going to probably put you under there for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because your hair, if I put you under there longer, it's going to dry super flat.
Okay.
And I don't want it to dry super flat because I know you like some volume. So we're going to dry for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll hand dry the rest of it with a diffuser.
Okay.
Have you ever used a diffuser before?
I have not.
Do you own one?
I do.
Okay.
The product junkie in me has one.
Okay, you have one.
I have one, but have not used it.
Okay. All right, I'll check on you in about 10 minutes. Okay, so have you come from under the dryer? Oh, your hair is fairly dry. That is wild. So like 10 minutes.
Okay. 10 minutes tops.
That was 10 minutes.
Okay.
You can touch like right here so you can just feel.
Oh, yeah. It is dry. Yeah.
It's one little part by your ear on the right hand side that is not dry.
Okay. I love the curls. I still have some hang.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure that I set some expectations because it's not the same. I also realized seeing your hair in a different hairstyle is kind of a bit of a shock. I'm starting to understand that a little bit more. I used to be like, okay, yeah, you changed your hair. Like, I don't understand. But it is such like a transition. Like you wear your hair one way and then all of a sudden you like pull it back and it's like all face now. You're like,
right.
My face don't usually be out like this. You know what I mean? So I get the transition into something else. So I just wanted to make sure I gave you, not necessarily try to scare you from doing it or anything, but to give you some like, okay, it's not going to hang as much. You know, the curls are going to look different, kind of, so to speak.
Okay.
But there is an area here that is a little bit wet. So we'll use our dry and back here.
Okay.
This is like an air diffuser, and I keep jacking up the name. I'm gonna look it up for real.
Okay.
It goes on here because when I do this, you can feel the heat. Yes. Right? When I do this, you don't barely feel the heat.
No, you don't.
So I can come in here, use this dryer to blow around where your hair is still damp, dry it. But what I also will do is it'll create some lifts.
Okay.
in here as well. Because you don't mind frizz that much.
Yeah.
You don't mind it being a little bit bigger. Now, one first day hair versus second day hair, you kind of have an idea of that. It's just going to be a different in this style. So, what I would suggest is that you take pictures of yourself every day until you
Okay.
wash it.
Okay.
Just so you can see what your hair looks like on every given day. Your hair, your curls are very tight.
The tight. Yeah.
They're tight. They're tight. And so as your hair grows, your shrinkage is so tight. It probably will seem like your hair, if you wear wash and goes, you probably won't see that much growth in your wash and goes because of the tightness of your curls.
Got it. Okay. Now, is it true that they say like the shrinkage means your hair is it's healthy? Like that's a sign of healthiness?
It is a sign because that shrinkage is a reflection of elasticity.
Okay.
Elasticity means that the hair's tensile strength is there.
Okay.
And when you don't have that tensile strength, that usually is an indicator of damage, heat, or even mechanical.
Okay. I like the volume that I'm seeing. It's like it's growing right before my eyes.
Yay!
I like it.
You like it?
I do. It's just it's different. There's no point in me walking out the same way I walked in if I wanted to try something different. You know? Options.
Options. I mean, again, we're moving into springtime. Oh, sorry. We're in spring in Chicago.
Yeah.
Feels like winter, but it's spring. And we're on our way into summer. I mean, it's actually a great time to play around with wearing your hair curly. Especially when our weather is so tricky anyway here.
Yes.
Now, another thing that I love is hairspray.
Okay.
This is supposed to be some volume spray. We'll see. You know, we're just trying things.
Yeah.
These are what are considered dry sprays. So when you spray them on, they don't make the hair wet.
Okay.
Also, they don't get super hard. Oh, that smells good.
It does smell good.
Like that
everything smells good.
That smells really good there. I was just picking up something in the store. This is the first time I'm using it.
I'm the first one, y'all.
Yeah. But if you touch your hair and feel it, you can see that it is not stiff.
No, it's got that movement that was in the video, even though that's a different type of hair.
Yes.
I still have movement.
Yes. Now for you, what's going to take for you to have just a little bit more movement? It's for your hair to be more cohesive.
Okay.
You don't have a lot of cohesion between like this area of your hair and this area of your hair. When you get more cohesiveness, it'll gather that hair together and it will create a bit more weight. You see how like this is cohesively together?
Right.
Now, granted, my hair is heavy, but that's how I'm getting the movement. If it were like this was a length, that was a length, it wouldn't move because this is short, that is long. It would not have the kind of movement that you want. So again, I'll cut it off of your twist out. However, if I were to cut it based off of your curls, I will cut it just a little bit different just to create just a bit of cohesion while also allowing the hair to grow in more. Because like over here, this can grow in. Some of this back here, I will cut, to connect with that. Because this part back here, you have what we consider like a little mullet back there.
It's a party in the back.
Right. It is a party in the back. But I honestly wouldn't cut it today. Here's why. I know you're still going to do your twist outs.
Probably.
And because you still wear your twist outs, I still want you to have the hair to twist. When you decide, after the next few weeks or the next 12 weeks, you're like, okay, I, did a couple twist outs, but I'm actually digging the wash and go, and I would like my hair more shaped for the wash and go. That's when I would cut it. What I'm gonna do is I'm just clean up a little bit, just make a little bit of cohesiveness back here. I'm not gonna cut this part because you need this for your twist outs.
I like the change. I really do. It's just, I like it. I like having the option.
And options are fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And once later on down the road, pop a little color in there, boom.
Right. It's up from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm meeting you where you are today.
Okay.
Giving you the opportunity to see where it is you would like to go from here.
I do like the fact that too. I feel like this is covered a little bit better than with the twist out.
Right. I really didn't do any zhuzhing up here.
Okay.
I literally just blew it around with the dryer, and that created the coverage.
Okay.
So what we call that is active frizz.
Okay.
So your active frizz created the camouflage in the area where you're just a bit finer. And wash and goes are actually more voluminous than twist outs.
Okay.
They have a little bit more volume than twist outs.
I like the definition. I do. And I like the movement.
And the shine.
Yes. I love the shine.
And the shine is from partially the gel, but it's also because your hair is fairly reflective. Okay. Your surface texture is reflective.
And see, I didn't think that it was. So it's good to know that
not all over.
Right.
Like front, right here, it's very reflective here.
Okay.
You have a spot here that is less reflective, and then you have some spots over here that are reflective.
Okay.
But yes, so your hair is a mix of, so there's what we call surface texture. Surface texture is the look and feel of hair. Okay. So your hair here looks like shiny lip gloss. Yes. Here, it's like matte lipstick. Okay. We like them both. They just look different. Yep. And there's nothing you can do to make this look like that. Got it. We literally put the same products on all of this hair. And this is what we get. We actually go into here and do this. And even that still is not going to mess up your curls. Yeah. In fact, it just kind of makes your hair. I kind of like it. Like, ooh, I like it. So you can go in like this. Yeah. And do that. And play around with it.
It's like an intentional messiness, and I like that. Yeah.
Back in the day, did you read the Black Sophisticates magazine? Yeah. And they would always be like, sexy and tousled. Every issue. It was never fail. They love a good sexy and tousled.
Yes. I do like tousled hair.
I like roll you around, baby.
Yes, it's like make it look like I've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, you can use your hairspray. Go in. You see how I'm just obsessed with hairspray.
I love it, and that's not something that I've used since I've been natural. So it's kind of nice to.
You're like, oh, we bought hairspray back to the chat.
Like, oh. Hairspray has entered the chat.
Yes, she is in the chat,
and it's helping to.
It's right. That's helping to give you the additional volume.
Yes.
In there. And it smells good.
It does.
And it still feels very nice.
Yep. It's soft and it's movable. It's manageable. I like it. I like it.
What I would suggest is spending the next 12 weeks having the time of your life, doing whatever you feel like doing. If it's a twist out, if it's a wash and go. And then we can do a follow-up. But no, I think it'll be cool because one, we'll get to see like, how does your hair grow out? And then what do you decide to do? Because you might come back in 12 weeks and be like, yeah, so I really like it over here with the wash and go. So can we like tighten this up? Yeah. Tighten the cut up. I'm ready now. Okay. You're not ready today. And I'm not going to force it.
Thank you.
Because you're just getting accustomed to seeing your hair in the wash and go. And so seeing that, again, I'm meeting you where you are today.
Yes. Thank you. Not because that's not what everybody does.
No. Like I told you earlier, one of the things that I realized is that when we make like changes to our hair, it's dramatic, not traumatic. It could be traumatic though. You know, we heard the stories. But it's such a shift. And so you're going to have to see yourself in the mirror sometimes. You're going to have to, FaceTime your friends.
Yes.
Send them a picture like, hey, girl.
Yes, like,
So now having some cocktails. You want to join me? So you have to go through, that, and then you have to then see what it is you like and don't like, and then you'll start seeing photos come across your feed like, I see like why they're cutting or why this style looks like this. Or you'll start to see things that you actually like. Or even the pictures you showed me, those weren't bad pictures either. So like, okay, you're like, no, I really want my hair to grow into this. So we would adjust what we did today, but we would cut for the curls.
Got it. I love the short range goal and then planning for the long range goals too. So that's definitely a plus.
Yes, I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I love the way your hair feels. And for me to have used, because those products can be stiff. No, they can. All three of those. There's some other products that you can use too. Like it isn't just those. I just had to start with that just because I know like that's my set that I give to all of my new people. Okay. And I get to, based on their feedback, I can be like, oh, okay, we just need to make whatever adjustments with this particular product. Or if you just like, I want something easier, like you got 2 products, I got that too. Okay. So yeah, you can stick with those things for now. And then in 12 weeks, when you come back, we'll re-examine and see where things are with your hair. 12 weeks from now, that is June, July, August. Okay. I'm not going anywhere. I will be around. Right. It's all right. Yeah. Is this June? May? June, July. Yeah, August. So I'll see you in August. Yeah. And we will meet back here and we'll see what's going on and we will see where you are. Okay. Because that's the thing. I'm not, it's whatever you want to do. Right. You're going to explore this stuff. And it might be sooner than 12 weeks because you might be like, okay, for real, I need this. So if it's sooner than then too, that's possible. Like if it's 10 weeks versus 12, okay, that's fine as well. Awesome. We can come back and see where you are, how you're feeling about wash and goes or twist outs, and where your hair, like how your hair lays. Because that's going to be something for you. Okay. Your hair from now, I mean, everything with natural hair, period, is all rooted in experience. You'll see a thing and be like, nope, I don't like this, or I want it to do this. Keep it super simple, and then we'll revisit it when you return. All right. I'm looking forward to it. Yay! Thank you. Give us a spin around so the people can see. You gotta fluff it for more. Nicole, like so many pandemic naturals, did what she had to do to keep it going. And now she's ready for more. Ready for partnership, ready for juicy wash and goes, ready to finally make the back of her head her business. If you saw yourself in Nicole's journey or felt inspired by her willingness to start fresh, drop a comment and let us know. And if you're ready to stop going at it alone, the Black Girl Curls Confidence mini course is a great first step to learning your hair your way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Fro Flo.